Hello, so this is me showing you how to change the alternator fuse, 100 amp alternator fuse on an '02 Toyota Camry 4-door automatic transmission. I'm doing this because I could not find it and it was a pain in the ass and took way longer than it should have. So, open the hood. Here's your awesome little wonderful Toyota Camry. You're going to have the clip that goes here, the top, on top of your fuse box. Take this off. You will see that the alternator, come on, focus. The alternator is a 100 amp fuse, second from the left. So here's all the way left. Here's this. This is already replaced. The other one was obviously fried, and that's why the car would not start, because the battery was accidentally put in positive negative instead of positive positive like it should have been. So in order to get this out, unfortunately you have to take all of this stuff out. You have to take off the old battery. So take the battery out and you'll see that I actually took out the plate for the battery. So take that out and you'll notice that there is a whole screw right here. Okay, so you have this. What you need to do is you need to take this screw off right here. This is a 10 millimeter. This is a 10 millimeter. There's another one back here, way back there behind the air filter. That's a 10 millimeter. This one right here is a 10 millimeter. Now, once you get this one, and this one off, what you're going to do is you're going to take a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and right here, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can get a better picture of it. Come on, focus, phone. Right there, you see that right there? And then you pull it out. You have to use a screwdriver or a knife or something in order to pull that out, and then the whole thing just comes out. Okay? Now it's not going to come out unless you pull this screw that's over here. So what you do is you pull off the air filter top, pull the air filter out. In order to get the air filter off, you do have to take this piece off right, come on. You have to take this connection hose right here off, otherwise it won't lift up. Once you take the air filter out, there's 3 screws in here, and these are 10, I believe 10, let me double check, they might be 8. Yep, those are 10 millimeter screws, they're long ones, so get your 6-inch extension out and have some fun. Once these are out, and I'm not going to take it off again because I just don't want to do it, right here, this piece right here is going to pull out of the bottom of the air filter. Once the air filter is out, okay, this piece right here is connected on the back to 2 clamps right here, so you're going to need to undo those clamps right here and then just below it. And then once this is out, oh, by the way, to take this off, there are 2 screws. There's one, they both look like this on the top in order to get the air filter out. I'm sorry, it's not the perfect order, but it's better than nothing. Once you take this out, you take this screw right here, another 10 millimeter, and you pull that out. Now, when you get there, this whole piece is going to be able to move and ambulate freely. What you're going to want to do is pull it out a little bit, and you see these little, before you can actually tip it the way you need to, like I said earlier, you take this off, you pull these little tabs, and you pull this whole piece right here off, and you just lay that out of the way. These little tabs, there's 1, 2, down here is a 3rd one, 3, there's 2 on the back over here, there's 1 here and 1 here. Now what happens is the whole bottom of this just falls out. Now if this hasn't been done before, there is going to be a zip tie holding this, comes in underneath and comes in underneath over here. That zip tie is going to be holding it and keeping it from moving, so you're going to have to break that zip tie. I just used needle nose pliers, put it in there and twist. It should just break right off. That way you don't use a knife, or you can use a pair of dikes or diagonal cutters so that you don't use a knife and accidentally cut some of the cords that some of the wires that will screw up your whole thing. Once you get this out, you want to take those tabs. You're going to need another person. The only way I got it done was with a second person. So you take your screwdriver and you pop these out, and one person does this and another person pulls on the bottom. I don't know if you can see with this in, but right here, this follows right here. This whole bottom piece just falls out. Once this falls out, there's two 8mm screws on this side that hold some wiring in right here under this. You take those out. Then you flip it over, and from the inside, you reach through, and there's a 10mm screw. It is Phillips head, but I don't recommend it because I almost stripped all three of them. So you use the 10mm on this side, and you undo that. Now once it's free, one here and two here, this literally just pops straight up, and it's a big fuse. Exactly the opposite to put it back. You put this in, put the 10mm, the 8mm, snap the bottom of this back together, snap this back in, put this back on. There's a screw here, 10, 10, 10mm, 8mm. You put the air filter back on. Here, your three screws. Make sure you put this back in. Otherwise, there's no point in the air filter if you don't have it sitting properly. I have not finished tightening all the screws, but this goes here. This comes down. This gets reattached. Put your battery back in here. Make sure that it is right this time, because you don't want to do this twice, because that sucks. So make sure that your positive is meeting with your positive and your negative is meeting with your negative. And then your car should work.